Welcome to Sports Nights with Jorge with sports scores and updates and more. And now here is your host, Jorge.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, I'm back, starting my show with a sad note. If you guys love gospel music and an encouraging individual, Mendisa passed away yesterday. That's what the news report. Uh, Remember, she was a 2006 American Idol nominee. Of course, she didn't win. Uh, and she became a star. Great voice, great person. My condolences go out to the family and prayers. Guys, this is why this I say on my show is very important, and I'm gonna start my show with this. The life is too short, and we have to enjoy every minute of it. You know, stay positive, hug your family, spend time with your family. I always say that, guys and girls. It's very important. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. What I like to say, and I know some people might get offended, but I'm not doing this to judge or offend anybody. But Mandisa is in heaven rejoicing today, this morning. She wanted so much for the people in this world, like a lot of people that are involved in the gospel and in God's ministry. Uh, we live in a difficult world, but we can make it better. I always say loving each other, hugging each other, protecting each other, encouraging each other. God didn't took His Son to the cross just because He wanted to take Him there. It's because He was chosen to go there for us. Unfortunately, we do live in sin land. Okay, this is not holy land. Holy land is in heaven. I tell that to a lot of my friends. You know, encouragement. It's very important to know that we have believers, non-believers, and like I said, I respect that. I don't take that away from anybody. People have religion. People have things in life, and I respect that. Everybody has their opinion. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, and that's on my side, and not disrespecting anybody. Jesus for me is 24/7. It's not only on Sundays. We look at this. I'm not gonna call it tragic. It's a sad moment for Mendisa and their families. But she was a child of God, okay, and she one of the best for everybody. But we are in the world that things happen. That's why I say in my program, man, don't forget to hug your kids, your wife, your grandkids, grandparents, all over the family chain. You know, God has given us so much authority. Sometimes we don't use it. The enemy's out there attacking. You know what the enemy does? Take the best. He takes the best, but the bad news that he doesn't know that the best belongs to God. It doesn't belong to him. And that's one thing we have to realize in the world. You know, it's how we approach things, how we react outside. Boldness is something that I learned a lot in the Bible. You know, sometimes we gotta be bold. Sometimes we wanna man up and fight with our neighbors. Doesn't God say love your neighbor? You know, love your enemy. Like I say, this is a sports show. Uh, but I also like to encourage a lot of you guys out there, girls and guys, whatever, who's listening, and I'm not gonna say whatever in the way that I meant it. Uh, God is here to stay. We just gotta do our part. Sometimes we're afraid to do our part, but you should not be afraid because the Bible says, "I'll never leave you and forsake you." We are gonna go through trials and tribulations. That's normal, guys and girls. But that's the battle we fight because God gave us the key of victory. Always remember that God gave you the key of victory this morning, and not only this morning, forever. Apply it to yourself first. You know, when I say things like this, I have to apply it to myself first before I tell others because I don't want people to get offended and say, wow, this guy thinks he's perfect. No, I'm not perfect. Been married 31 years. No, I can say I have not been a perfect husband. I can't say I've been a perfect father or a perfect grandfather, whatever you want to call it. Okay? But I can tell you this. My main goal, I have a relationship with Jesus. Do you? Do you have one? It's easy how God forgive us, but when we fight with one another, we can't forgive each other. That's why the word says repent and forgiveness and pray. Those are three powerful words in the Bible. So I encourage you this morning, man, that wherever you are, in the kitchen, living room, bedroom, you know, just take time, reflection, look around you. The only one that could change you is Jesus. And I tell you, people don't like when you're a different person, but that's okay because you're walking the right path. I said in my show, I'm against bully, and I hate to use the word hate, but I hate bullies. That's why I tell parents take a time to listen to your kids, to your grandkids, to your family, to your friends. They need that helping hand that you can stretch and help them out. And I'll leave it with this: with Jesus, everything is possible. It's not impossible. It's possible. Well, let me start with some baseball today. Unfortunately, we started with a sad note, but I don't see it as sad. Like I said, I see it as a rejoice. We had some baseball game last night. I'm gonna give you some scores. The Marlins lost to the Cubs 8-3. The Reds beat the Angels 7-1. The Red Sox beat the Pirates 8-1. White Sox and the Phillies. The Phillies won that one 7-0. We have the Astros beating the National 5-3. The Yankees beating the Rays 5-3. We have the Guardians beating the Athletics 10-2. Rangers lost to the Braves 8-3. The Orioles lost a tough one last night after a 4-game winning streak. They were going for 5 in a row, but like I said, my concern with the Orioles are their middle relievers. That's a very question marks. The starters are doing pretty well, but they're not lasting 4 or 5 innings like they used to 6 7 innings and give the bullpen some rest. But guys, that's baseball. The Orioles lost to the Royals 9-4. Tigers beat the Twins 5-4. The Brewers beat the Cardinals 2-1. Blue Jays beat the Padres 5-1. We had the Mets beat the Dodgers 9-4. Boy, are the Dodgers struggling, and they got Otani. But you see what I'm saying a while back? One player does not make a difference in a baseball team or a football team. I don't care what anybody says. With all due respect, one player do not make the difference. It's the whole team. And you had the D-backs beat the Giants 17-1. Boy, that's the NFL scores. That's your baseball from last night. Now, if you love the NBA, man, congratulations to the Miami Heat. Great win. They don't have Butler. I think Butler's, if I'm quite sure, he's out for the year. It's amazing how they could come home and actually beat the Bulls pretty bad. I think the closest the Bull got last night by 10 points in the third quarter. But here's was yesterday's score. It was the Heat 112 and the Bulls 91, and the Pelicans 105 and the Kings 98. Now the first round today, In the NBA, you have the Magic at the Cavaliers, the Suns at the Timberwolves, the 76ers against the Knicks, the Lakers against the Nuggets, and you got the Heat tomorrow against the Celtics. This is tomorrow games, guys. Mavericks and Clippers, and then you got Pacers and Bulls. That's tomorrow also. So those are the playoffs. These are the first round playoffs that starts today and tomorrow. So good luck for those teams. I'm a Laker fan. I remember what the Nuggets did to the Lakers. Uh, like I say, if you're a Laker fan, guys, I think this is the last ride for LeBron James. I think this is it. This is what we're looking at right now. You know, winner take it all. So let's see what happens. Now let me get into hockey, guys. If you like hockey. Oh, and don't forget the draft is April 25th. Okay, so we have the draft coming up. So don't forget April 25th. I don't know what your team picks, but I know the Dolphins. If you're Dolphins, we're 21st in the first round, and then Dolphins don't pick until the I think third and fourth round. I don't think they have a second round pick. All right, so here's your NHL. All right, these are just going to be playoff game starting today. Game one will be the Islanders and the Hurricanes, the Maple Leafs against the Bruins, Lightning at Panthers. That's going to be good because those two teams don't like each other. You have Capital and Rangers, Avalanche and the Jets, and Predator at Canucks. Those four last games that I just told you is for tomorrow. The only two games today are the Islanders and the Hurricane and Maple Leafs and the Bruins. So tomorrow we got one, two, three, four, and that's your game one. So then if you want Monday schedule, I have Maple Leafs and Bruins, which is of course the second game. Islanders and Hurricane, the second game. Then Golden Knights and the Star, that'll be the first game. And then the Kings and the Oilers, and that'll also be the first game. So it was a tight race to the end in the NHL. Unfortunately, a lot of teams that were struggling, and they really got hot at the end. It was close. I mean, the Atlantic Division, just with the whole division made this. The Panthers, Bruin, Maple Leaf, and Lightning. All those teams made it. Then you got Rangers, Hurricane, Islanders, and Capital. The Penguin missed it by 3 points, just by one win. And it was like a virtual six-way tie until the last game of the season. So, and on your western side, you got Stars, Jets, Avalanche, and Predator. And on the Pacific Division, Canucks, Oilers, Kings, and Golden Knights. And that's it. That's your playoff. And your team that are in the playoff in the NHL. Guys, I came in this morning, early this morning to record. I was going to record last night, but as you see, I'm working on my background. I'm trying to change my new intro and everything. So hopefully, you guys can tell me which one you like, don't like. If you see ones that I already recorded out there that you like, and say, hey, man, keep this one. I love this one. Um, I want to keep all the sports around me so they can know that I do talk about every sports, in general. So I don't keep it only on one subject. Once again, I am a Dolphin fan, a Panther fan in hockey, a Laker fan in basketball, so, and Oriole in baseball, just to let you know. So, and once again, I don't make my picks, my NFL picks until the draft, a preseason. I look what they have. I look at the team, see what they have availability. If any trades, remember we still got free agency out there. Uh, Rumors are that Odell Beckham might sign with the Dolphins. Uh, Rumors are also the Dolphins might pick up a wide receiver between the third and fourth round if it's available. All I can tell you is Tua is looking great, guys. As a Dolphin, he's looking great. He's in shape. He lost a lot of weight. He's been training with three trainers and the good training quarterback thing. I'm glad that he's tried to bring up his level of playing, of being better in the field. Tua had a great season. I know we have a lot of Tua haters. I hate to say it that way. Guys, you got to give people opportunity. Once again, I told you guys, I believe in 53-man roster. I mean, We got these kids from college, and they're in the sideline standing there just looking at the field. Give those people an opportunity. Give them a chance to play. And sometimes we don't do that. There'll be a lot of coaches in hot water next year. A lot of GMs going to be also in hot water next year. And I can see it because, you know, it's amazing how a player uh, prediction could cost your team or cost the owner to go ahead and change the whole thing and start all over. You know, Kirk Cousin and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I do wish them the best. They come from Achilles injuries. That is a tough injury to overcome. We also got Chubbs and Philip. Philip looked ready. He's looking good. He's progressing. I saw a video a while back. Chubbs still has a long way to go. His injury was, I think, more severe than the one they thought. Uh, One thing I want you guys to understand in my sports field, like I said, this is a positive show. I don't bring no negativity. We try to point fingers and blames, and I know sometimes it says criticism is good. Sometimes it says criticism would lift up a player or a person. I disagree with that. You know, those people are human, like me and you. They make mistakes, like me and you. And the best you could do is pray for them. You know, and they know what they have to do. The NFL, the baseball, NHL, they have a personnel department. They got resources to help these players out. I hear so much rumors, so much gossip, so much. I don't take that in my program. Unfortunately, somebody told me a while back, hey, if you don't do that, your channel is not going to grow. You know what? I'll leave that to God because God will make my channel grow. Whether He does it, I still honor Him. It doesn't matter because the honor and glory goes to Him. It doesn't go to me. I do this just to keep everybody positive. You know, I went to a store a while back. Don't want to mention the name, but I talked to a lot of people out there, and this world is so full of negativity. But remember, we got fans and fanatics. I brought that up in one of my shows too. Okay, I have nothing against that. You love your team, you adore your team. That's fine. I'm not gonna tell you that. I've been a Dolphin since you know, I was born 1966, where the franchise was uh was built for the Miami Dolphins. That's when they started. I was a baby. So I became a Dolphin fan when I was probably 7 years old, probably when they went 1972, when they went undefeated. You know, and did I pick the team because they went undefeated? No, I just like the Dolphins. I lived in Miami all my life, after I came from Cuba. By the way, I am from Cuba. And I like the Orioles. I went to Miami. Back then was the Miami Stadium. And the Orioles used to play spring training out there. And my uncles used to take me uh, to see the Orioles always play the Yankees. Then I saw the Marlins franchise open up in Miami. You know, it's just amazing how we see things, guys. How the world has changed, how everything has changed, the physical of other sports. And one thing that I really don't like is their ego and the pride. Once I see that in a player and a person, you know, like I say, I can't judge them because I'm not here to judge. I have to pray for that individual. Because money is not everything in life. And you say, man, you crazy? I mean, that could pay your bill. I understand that. That's what you work hard for. That's what they're athletes and they get paid for it. You know, but some athletes they want more and more and more. And they forget the gift that they got and who gave them that gift. See, this is the thing that I want to tell everybody. See, when I start my program, I would like everybody to listen my program to the end. Some people go half of the video. Just listen what I'm trying to tell you. You know, guys and girls, fans. Like I said, I love all my fans. I adore all my fans. I appreciate those that have subscribed. I appreciate those with thumbs up. I appreciate those that gave me comments. You know, but we have to be encouraged. We have to lift each other up. We got to stay in a positive mood, not a negative mood. We wake up in the morning And the first thing we forget is thanking God to giving us one more breath to breathe in this earth. That's very important. Very, very important. But people don't think about that. They wake up, wash their teeth, drink their coffee, go to work. You know, my mom used to tell me, and my pastor used to tell me, don't forget to leave the house with your armor and shield. And I'll say, huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's what God gave us, an armor and a shield. Because you don't know when you hit the door who you're gonna fight with. And when I mean fight, is the battle you're gonna confront. You see, when you put your armor and shield on, you won that battle. Because remember, God's telling you, the victory is yours. I gave you the key. I gave you the key of victory. One thing I could tell my fellow friends and my fans and all that, man, encourage yourself, apply all this stuff to yourself, and you'll see you're gonna feel much better. You're gonna be a different person. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. People ain't like you in the moment you change. Now I'm not here to convert anybody. I can't do that. I can't force anybody to do what they don't want to do. Like I said, lead the horse to the water. Can't force you to drink it. But one thing I do, I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everybody. The same thing I want you to respect mine. You know, I don't want to offend anybody. You know, we're supposed to love one another. The way the world's going with the hatreds and things are going around the world right now, you know, in Israel and all that, you know, I don't watch too much news. I don't go into politics, guys. I really don't. Why? Because I don't need to feed myself with all that negativity in my head. Because I got to take care of my family that's in Florida and it's here in Georgia. That's my main goal. And I'm still learning, you know, I'm still growing when it comes to the Lord, but I got to stay positive. You know, I can't bring no negativity to the house. And I can't because that's not me. One thing I could tell you, when you start something, finish it. Don't leave it halfway. If you can't do it, just ask the guy up there. Lord, I need your help. I need your strength. Trust me, he will give it to you. You know, I talk to a lot of people too about divorce, splits. I don't get into people's personal life. I don't. My job is to pray for them. Okay? And I tell this to men, the same thing I tell to the ladies, with all respect. Out there right now, and I'm talking about the men's side now, we think everything looks beautiful and looks bright, it looks shine. Listen, I've been married 31 years. I love my wife regardless what the situation is. I told you right from the beginning, I'm not a perfect husband, a perfect grandfather, a perfect father. Okay? But I can maintain what God gave me. And it's to what? Take care of your family and put me first above all things. And that's who I put first. Because if I don't do that, I cannot survive in this world. If it wasn't for him, I probably won't be here today. So I see it that way. And that's my perspective. You guys might have a different perspective. And I respect that. You know, I know guys behind this video look and says, well, it's easy for him to say. Trust me, it's not easy to say, but I can tell you something. It is easy to do. Because there's only one word that's powerful, and that's the word of Jesus. And I leave it at that. But once again, that's my morning wrap up. If I do get any updates today, hopefully, like I said, we have NHL and we have some NBA games. So enjoy it, have fun. Tomorrow is Sunday. You know, have a blessed day. Be strong, be bold, stay positive, guys. Remember, I tell you, we all have a dream, and we want to fulfill that dream. You know, we want to be better in this world. You know, I always say this. Remember, there's a tunnel with a light. Go after that light. Catch that light. Sometimes we're in the middle of that tunnel and it's so dark, and we think we can't go, we can't come out. And yes, you can come out through God. You can come out. You know, now it might cost you a little bit. You know, it might get kind of difficult. Well, like I said earlier, should the Father take his son to the cross for us, for me and you? See, when Jesus was born, he was born for a purpose, right? He already knew that he was going to die. You know, some people don't believe that. Some people think that the Bible is all, it's not a real. Well, if you get into the Bible and you read it, you'll understand more about life. Things in the Bible is going on right now. War in Israel and Iran, things going on, and that's why I say I can't watch news because it's so negative. It's just so negative. But my job is to pray. But anyhow, this is a sport channel. I never will forget my Father who's in heaven. You know, all the honor and glory goes to Him, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before I leave, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. And once again, you guys have a blessed day and God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining in.